What do I tell my employees when I'm selling a business? My name is Jeramiah Townsend. I'm the business broker advisor. Like and share this video, please. Leave a comment and let me know what you think. In this video, I am about to share with you how do you handle employees? What do you tell your employees when you're selling a business, when you're selling your baby, your business that you worked so hard? Number one, I understand that feeling. I've owned several companies. I've bought and sold several companies, and I know that you want to take care of your staff, except for that one guy. We all know there's always one guy. No, but for the most part, you know that you want to take care of them. You feel that. But the first thing that I have to tell you is don't tell your staff. Do not talk to your employees about this. Why is that? I'm not saying to be dishonest. I'm saying don't share that with them. Because in the beginning, when you're thinking about this and going through the process, you're trying to find people who are interested in the business. Sometimes that can take a long time. And you don't want the employees to be feeling left out in the cold or something like that, when it might take several months, even a couple of years to sell that business, depending on how you want to structure the deal. So when you're selling a business, it's important to communicate these with your employees in a clear manner. And the first thing is timing. You don't want to tell them until very late in the game, until you already found a buyer and that buyer has already gone through most of their due diligence. And one of the last steps in due diligence is to talk to key employees like managers or very key individuals within the company. And then you want to make sure that you set aside time to speak with that key manager about this choice and this decision. You want to make sure that you explain what's going on, that you provide that clear explanation. You want to provide an assurance to those managers. And I'm not even talking about the general staff right now. I'm just talking about your couple of key staff, because you need to get them to buy into this ownership change. They need to understand that their jobs, their benefits, and all of that are really going to be maintained, because that's what they're looking for. And although this is a very private thing, in someone, you might not share with them all the details. You do want to be open with them and encourage communication, clear communication, asking questions, expressing concerns. That way you can be honest with your answers. And if you have key staff, especially key staff, that are concerned about some of these things, you want to make sure that that key staff, that they feel comfortable in this transition. Once you get the key staff on board, then you want to take the next step. And at the very end, after everything is done, you're going to introduce this to your staff and you're going to communicate with them. You want to be transparent and empathetic. Hey, this is what's going on. So that conversation might look something like, hey guys, as you know, we've been doing this for a while and I'm getting older. I'm looking at retiring at some point in time. And I've been in talks with several different investors and several different companies to see what my options are as the owner. And I've found several investors. People have talked to me over the years. And my biggest concern is taking care of you guys, your staff, because I know I take care of you. And you guys take care of our customers and our clients. So that's been my primary concern, is making sure you guys are taken care of. Well, we've been working through negotiations, and we've just concluded negotiations with this great company who's looking at investing in us and spending money for your future growth. This is excellent opportunity. And so I couldn't pass it up, because I know it's going to be the best option for you in the long run. So over the next several months, this is what we're looking to do. Now, that conversation that you have with them, you position it as a huge win for the client, for your employees. It's a huge win for the employees, and the employees are your primary concern, because frankly, they should be. Yes, you care about your clients, but the owners and the managers take care of the staff, and the staff take care of the clients. It's kind of the process that it goes through. So you want to be very transparent, very empathetic, letting the employees know that this is not really going to, nothing's going to change in their day to day activities. Everybody's on board with it. The managers are on board with it. And this is going to be a smooth transition. They have a job. And in fact, this will make their job even more secure. Because hopefully that's the goal. If you want to retire, you're going to die one day. I hate to be blunt with it, but you got to admit that nobody lives forever. None of us get out of this thing alive. So in order to provide for those employees long term, you do have to have a new owner step up to the plate if people want to keep having jobs. I'm Jeremiah Townsend, answering the question, what do I do about my staff? So the short answer, don't tell them at first. Go through all of your due diligence. Then the last stage is get the managers on board or key personnel. If not even your regular managers, not even assistant managers, they don't really need to know, just key personnel. And then at the very end, when everything else is done, that's when you introduce it to the bulk of your staff. That's the only time they really need to know. You don't have to scare them. Basically, they get to know at the very last minute, hey, we're going through this transition. And you can tell them the day before you sign paperwork. You can tell them the day after you sign paperwork. But everything is already done and the transition has been completely taken care of. That way the staff never have to worry. They know at the very last minute, and it's only then that they're actually informed about it. So they don't have to worry about anything. It's all taken care of. Jeremiah Townsend, business broker advisor. Please give me some feedback on this video. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'll tell you, nobody likes instability. So there's always, I hear it both directions. You should tell them up front. I've seen people say it up front, and then they lose employees or they lose clients. You just don't want to do that. I'm the business broker advisor. Give me some feedback on the video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, share, leave me a comment.